I want to talk about the woke. What an opening line. I want to talk about the woke. No, I don't want to talk about the woke, but I think we should. I think it's about time that I talk about the woke people and the woke agenda here on this channel. I don't think I have addressed them directly before. Maybe I have, and if so, I have forgotten. But if so, let's do it again. And cheers. I'm out here in my local woods this fine morning, having a cup of coffee. So I won't bother defining woke, what that is. I think you know. I will rather try to explain or give my view, my opinion on why woke or wokeness is wrong, why it's a bad idea. I have made some notes. I thought of things that I in my own mind thought was quite brilliant. So I made some notes here, and I will try to stick to my notes this time. But before I get to that, I have two other channels. If you didn't know, there is a live streaming channel and there is a Pure Outdoors channel, and you will find links to those in the video description. And a lot of people are saying that I just discovered this other channel, and so yeah, I do have two other channels in addition to this one. Okay, why woke or wokeness is wrong. So let me present to you a law of nature. An action will give or result in a reaction. So any action that takes place will have a reaction. For instance, this morning it was kind of chilly. I made a fire, so now I'm warm. That was the reaction because of my action. Wokeness needs a lie. Let's call it the woke lie. They believe, or the woke people believe, that it is not your action that gives you, well, it's not your action that matters, it's who you are or what you are. So for instance, someone, I guess like myself, I'm white. I don't view myself as white. I'm Norwegian, but anyway. Middle-aged man, family father, and apparently things come easy to me because of who I am or what I am. They call it white privilege. And this has to do with their identity politics and all that. I can't say that things have that's not my experience. You know, it's not my experience at all. I've had to work really, really hard for the reactions that I have gotten in my life that I wanted. So I work hard and then I make money. It's like we all know this. We all know this. Now also, they believe that no action should result in a reaction. They assume that just because you exist, you deserve a certain positive reaction. Doesn't work that way. That's also part of the woke lie. Now we have a lot of smoke here. That's because I haven't tended to the fire. So I was lazy and we have a negative reaction. That's how it works in life and in nature. And let me also mention a couple of other things that comes into play with the wokeness. They want to deconstruct everything. Like the family. I mean, what could go wrong? Well, actually we know, because this has been going on for quite some time. And also they use this idea that I think in English is called the relativization of everything. In other words, they find excuses for people. They don't believe in traditional morals. They don't believe in the traditional sense of right and wrong and good and bad and so on. But they do have their own set of morals. They are actually, well, there's a long list there of rules that they expect everyone to follow. I won't get into that in this video. I want to keep this video short. The problem with woke, as I think I already mentioned, is that it goes against nature. And I'm trying to apply my analytical mind here, rather than going into the whole, pointing at all the ridiculous things in the woke agenda. But it goes against nature. And we are seeing many ridiculous statements concerning gender, for instance. And there will be more. There are more to come, I guess. Who knows what they will come up with in the future? But it goes against nature, and I will say this: if you try to go against nature, you will not win. You won't. Nature always wins. So, since they go against nature, since they have this agenda of things they want to change and things that are highly unnatural, they still want it to happen. They need to use force. They need a society organized under a big government, big state. This can only happen by the use of threat and force. So they will, and we are seeing this already, governmental overreach. They will add more rules, more regulations, and they will take away more and more of our freedoms. And that's the woke. And that's why woke is wrong, the way I see it. Yeah, let me get some coffee. I would be interested in knowing what you think about this whole mess. Do you think I'm right, or do you think I'm wrong? I put your opinion there in the comments, but be nice to the other people in the comment section, and we have a great community here, so let's keep it that way. So some people say that, that's obvious, and actually, actually I've been thinking of creating a playlist here on my channel called, I don't know, The Bleeding Obvious, or something like that. And it's just common sense. But I guess, as you know, that common sense ain't that common. And we are living in chaotic times. So maybe there is some value in reminding ourselves of these things. Because, well, or let me just put it this way, let's not allow society to get to that point where these things are not obvious. And I know some would say that that's where we are now. And I would agree. But truth and common sense is apparently not okay to say anymore. Yeah. But it always helps if you subscribe to the channel, of course. And no, I'm not saying, I wasn't saying what I just said to, to get you to subscribe, but it does help. It does help. And give the video a thumbs up and all that if you're still watching. Okay.